pursued, I think the numbers changed, but 120 million to 140 million for housing and homeless issues, which obviously is well over the 75 million. So any thoughts on that issue? And just...
Well, I'm really frustrated about our inability to move forward on the housing and homelessness package. It did end up being $120 million in a variety of different approaches, and particularly $45 million for additional shelter capacity with House Bill 4001. We'll have to come back on that in a short session. We don't have the resources in the ending fund, the emergency fund, to do that. And it's not just the money. E-Board can't do policy. That bill needed to pass because it gave superseding authority to local government to build more additional shelter space. So we need the bill. That can only happen in a special session.
That's a sucker punch in my stomach, because I'd forgotten that really maybe that's the greatest tragedy of this, what just happened. Let me give you an example. I live in Salem. Been there for 50 years. We have a homeless crisis that's really bad, featured on Channel 8. It's really, really bad. And I can tell you, my city and my county can't do it. They need the help of the state. I had millions of dollars in the budget, Speaker helped me get it, there, to allow them to get the shelters and everything they needed. I got nothing today. I got nothing. And this thing in Salem is very, very bad. No, it is really, I'm not trying to be melodramatic with you. And my city and my county is begging me. They don't have the resources to do these things. So if you want to know a real tragedy, it's the loss of the homeless money, which is needed everywhere in this state.
And I guess I want to have the last comment here and say that I want to assure Oregonians that despite the setback that was caused by the Republican walkout, we're going to regroup, come back, and work on those very immediate and urgent issues. Our job is to govern, our job is to come back and continue to do work. We're going to get past this, and Oregonians are counting on us to make sure important resources get out into their communities on a whole host of issues. So we are going to try to get back and solve this as soon as we can, because that's our job.
And to follow up, I will work with Republicans, anybody. But this walking out has to stop. Shutting down government has to end.